Hello, Miss Amelia. Welcome. Come on in, divas. Let's get it cracking. Come on, come on, come on. Hello, hello, Miss Vicky, Miss Leo, Miss D-Lo, Miss Patrice, Miss Nicole. Who is jumping? Miss Pam, Miss Miranda, Miss Loyalty Lover, Miss Val, Miss LB, Miss Darlene, Miss Riri, Miss Michelle, Miss AR Girl, Miss Leo Girl. We are doing wonderful. Thank you. We had a follow-up appointment the other day, and they put his hand in the hard cast. But other than that, they said it's looking like it's healing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Hello, hello, hello to all my divas. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Hello, hello. Hello. Thank you, divas. I try to come as much as I can, excuse me. Um, but these streets have been so hot that, everybody jumps on, and I don't like to, get on when everybody else is on. So I just wait my turn. I am here. I am here. Good, Miss Bertha. Welcome, darling. Oh, Miss Wanda. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be on too long. Thank you, Miss Leo girl. Yes. Not too long, ladies, but I definitely wanted to come on because woo 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 woo. Oh, Miss Cece over there. I cannot. Thank you. Hit the like button. Come on in. Come on in. Thank you, Miss Clara. Yes, we are doing well, Miss Sandra. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. Hello, hello. Thank you, Miss Maydell. Missed you as well, Miss Arlene. Yes, ladies. I don't like to come on this late, but we're gonna try to get it in for those who are up and those who are not. Then you can just catch the replay. Okay, Miss Sonique. Thank you for just being here. Hello, Miss Katrina. Hello, Miss Laverne. Okay, Divas. Thank you, Miss Virgo. I have been missing you, Divas, as well. Trust and believe. Things out of my control because I said I was going to have time for you all this summer and just, things happen, but I am here. Yes, Miss Bertha, doing much better. Thank you, Miss Marilyn. Okay, Diva. So I know we all at this point know who Cece is. Normally I call people's name, but Cece is good enough for her. Um, I just wanted to kind of come on and let y'all know what my perspective on things. And it's very shocking coming from a lady of her age, should I say? Um, Thank you, Miss Wanda. It's very shocking coming from someone of her age, but at the same time, I am all for. Let me start this by this saying this. I am all for respecting your elders, but and I'm still going to try to do it with respect. But at the same time, she has gone totally too far, and in my opinion, I'm she's a hypocrite. You can't talk about somebody and then get mad when somebody talks about it back. Oh, did she, Miss Vicky? And I told her that I was coming on tonight after 10. I'm gonna get her. Can someone go over and see in Sharita's chat? Because I don't want both of us to be on at the same time. Yes, Miss Merlin, too far. Miss Bertha, I was just about to say that she's gotten her check from here and she's seen the money, and I don't know how much it is because I don't know what she gets, but at the same time, it just for the last couple of days, um, she has been on live 5 and 6, 7 times a day. So I have missed some stuff because I can't watch her that many times. But I went back and y'all know how I do. I did a little research and I'm gonna bring y'all a little bit of what I caught. Okay, Justin, I will. Okay, okay, okay. So this is my perspective on things. In my opinion, I believe she looks at Miss Ross and Sharita as her sisters. Let me say what I let me put this right. Sharita and Miss Ross remind her of her sisters that she doesn't get along with. That's what I take from it. Because if you stop and listen to her long enough, the comparison that she does, especially with Miss Ross. Okay, so let's start here. Her older sister, she compares Miss Ross to her older sister. She says her older sister wants to be in control. Her older sister is all about money. Her older sister runs the younger sisters. Okay, Miss Karen, she can come over here and then we'll go to her. Because she's an hour behind us anyway, so she's a little earlier. It's later here. So she compared. Hello, Miss Kimberly, welcome. She compares. She says that about her older sister, and then listen to the same exact thing she says about Miss Ross. She says Miss Ross is controlling. Miss Ross is the ringleader. Miss Ross is about money. She talks so much about that car Miss Ross got. Oh, she should have got something different from that. She says she big balling and this, that, and other. That's what the hell she wanted to get. Okay. Okay, y'all. Okay. Thank you. She could have gotten anything she wanted to, I'm sure, but that's what she chose to get. And she's the same one talking about her husband works for the used to work for the company, and that's all the cars she had. Well, what makes you any difference? Nothing. Doesn't make it any difference. Thank you, Miss Addie. I'm doing wonderful. How are you? So then she says her older sister runs the little sisters. Think about when she said that Miss Ross runs Sharita. It's such a comparison that I honestly thinks that she sees something in Sharita and Miss Ross that she doesn't like because she compares them to her sisters. Yes, yes, Miss Loyalty. I honestly believe it. After I sat back and I looked, I believe that. Good evening, Upper Echelon. Welcome. Exactly, Miss Hey Boo. Yes, they are nice. It doesn't matter. You drive whatever the hell you want to drive. But I really believe like it was too much of a comparison. Too much of a comparison with her sisters that she, especially the oldest one, because she talks about her more than she talks about the younger one. She only says that the younger ones follow the older one. But she says the same thing about Miss Ross. In the same breath, same way she speaks about her sister, she speaks so nasty about her sister, and she speaks those same exact nasty things about Miss Ross. I really do see that. Yes, yes, Miss Zelda. She said her older sister started acting funny when she got money. Well, look how she said about Miss Ross started acting funny once everybody started paying dues. That is not the truth. We all know that, but I'm using these because this is out of her mouth. This is what she said. We know better, but I'm talking as if I'm her. I'm telling y'all what she said. Oh, J girl, did she? See, I haven't, like I said, I caught some of it, but not all of them because I cannot sit and watch her 6 and 7 times a day. I cannot do it. I actually went back to go look at some things so I could come on and talk about it. Thank you, Miss Gloria. Hello, Miss Nana too. Loyalty lover. She has her sister. Her sister has the lawyer son, and Miss Ross has the lawyer daughter. I was just about to say that. And she talks about the kids, about her sister's children. You listen how she talked about her nephew the other day, about how he uh got divorced from one woman and had another woman right away, and she was knocked up one time, and the next year she went back to the thing and she was knocked up again. That ain't none of your business. None of your business. And she talks the same way about everybody else. Yes. Okay, Mika Motion, thank you. Miss Bridget, at first I thought she reminded her of some woman. Exactly, but I honestly believe that she thinks she takes out on Miss Ross and Rita what she wants to take it out on her sisters, and she can't. Hello, welcome all the divas coming in from off the train. Welcome. I believe it, Miss Linda. She's jealous of anybody doing anything better than she is. But she has to realize that she's retired and she's 67 years old because she doesn't let us forget that. She can't keep up with the younger crowd anymore. She's done her whatever she's going to do out of life. She hasn't done it, and her time is now to just sit down and relax and rest. She's too busy trying to keep up. I noticed she started using everybody's words. Oh my God, I wish Chrissy's ass hadn't said nothing about a chicken head, because I don't know how many times I heard chicken head today, and that word is so old and played out, and she done brought it back to life. Oh, everybody was a chicken head today. Miss Stephanie, did you hear her exactly? She was talking about the lady today. Let's get into how she was talking about this lady tonight that then gave Sharita all the information. Talking about something she was up underneath of her every day, all day at her house. But yet last week you told us that you didn't allow people up underneath of you. Ms. Zelda, they don't allow her to see her mother. I don't know if that's what you meant, but you said, sister, I don't believe they allow her to see her mother. And that's the reason why she acts the way she does when somebody mentions her mother. Miss I am Deb. Exactly. Miss Ross did not promote her. Her ass was in the sister circle, got put out of there. But now all of a sudden she hates everybody so bad. Hello, Justice Reacts. Welcome. Yes, Ms. Zelda. They do not. I don't believe so either. That's the problem. I think the real issue is here. Her older sister seems like she has the upper hand on things. And because she is the oldest, she is in charge of the mother. She does not allow Cece to see her mother because of the relationship that they have. Ms. Leo girl, I honestly believe that because of her, the sister has the upper hand. I really believe the sister has the upper hand. And because of her and the sister not getting along, I don't think they allow her to go there to see her mother. Because if you notice, she talks about going everywhere but to see her mother. She is not once mentioned, and we can tell that she doesn't go too many places because she's online 5 and 6, 7, 8 times a day. Allie, yes, Miss Allie, I believe that she has been an alcoholic, and that's what the sisters and them do not like about her. She doesn't need to be on there, Miss Marcia. She has a drinking problem, and I believe that that's why her family rejects her the way they do, and they have stopped her from being able to see anybody. And like I said, this is just my opinion, but I have sat back and I've watched, and it just seems like this to me because I, for the life of me, cannot understand why somebody would be so angry, about, like, we all thought her mother had passed away, the way she acted about it. But she just let my mother rest. Okay. But you talked about Miss Ross' mother. You talked about her deceased son, her deceased mother. And I don't understand for the life of me how you can sit up there and say, y'all talking. It's one thing to talk about a deceased person, but it ain't the same talking about the living. Oh, it's definitely a problem talking about either one of them. But you don't get no pass. Yes, hello, Miss D'Lo. You don't get a pass because your mother is still alive. When you talk about somebody else's mother, and then you want to cry, and then you want to go and you want to file charges and stuff like this. Let me tell you something. I don't know what fool CC you went and talked to down at that police station. But you must didn't tell your side of the story. You must didn't tell the other side of the story. You just told your side. Because ain't no DA in their right mind gonna put no warrant, first of all, no warrant out on somebody. And second of all, ain't nobody gonna pick up no case when you are doing just the same as anybody else is doing. No, ma'am. Hey, Sharita, darling. Sorry about the mix up. Nobody in their right mind is gonna put out any type of paperwork on no foolishness like that. You cannot get a warrant for Sharita. If they did put one out, thank you, darling. If they did put one out, they're gonna be in a world of trouble for putting it out on her. Because without her side of the story or without any proof, it can't happen. So you better be careful, CC, because your ass gonna be in the same situation as you trying to put somebody else in. Because there's no way that can happen. As much as you have come on this platform and talked about these people the way you did, and you had no good reason to come on this platform, and I hope somebody go tell her to come her ass over here. You had no right to go on this platform and speak on Sharita or Miss Ross. Because first of all, yes, we are all reaction channels. Thank you, Miss Tammy, missed you as well. We're all reaction channels, but guess what? We react to content creators. We're the reaction channel. You don't react to a reaction channel. You came on here purposely attacking Miss Ross after you was put out the sister circle, after you was not promoted. You was once a Ross fan, a sister circle fan. You was all up in it. Then you turned on her because she wasn't doing nothing fast enough for you. And I see you turn on everybody quick, fast, and in a hurry when they're doing something you don't like. Just how you sit up there and you fired every last one of your moderators yesterday or day before, whenever it was, because they didn't come on your live that you had been on for the sixth time in a day. So you don't have a right to talk about anybody. You're wrong. Wrong as hell. I don't care what nobody say. And like I said, I'm gonna try to be respectful because you are older, but you gotta draw the line somewhere because you are out of pocket. Completely out of pocket. You have lost your mind. You don't have any right to come on here talking about something. Oh, Miss Ross, if it wasn't for if it wasn't for Treese, you wouldn't be on here making money. Well, guess what, CC? If it wasn't for Ross, you wouldn't be on here making money because you doing the same thing you claim we doing to Treese. You doing it to Miss Ross. You using her name for clout. Hello, CC. Hello, CC. I hope you hear me. Somebody was tagging her earlier, telling her to go look at Sharita's live. Tell her to come over here and look at this one because enough is enough. You don't get a pass because you're older. Because if you came on here with some respect, CC, you would get respected. You came on here and out the gate, you started going on people, talking about people's deceased family members. You was wrong. Period. Don't nobody care. The gloves are off. Your age has gone out the window. Then you come on here and you get drunk out your mind and don't even know what the hell you be talking about and think somebody's supposed to say, "Oh, I'm so sorry." No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Nobody is giving you any passes anymore. No more. And everybody who with the age stuff needs to stop because her damn supporters and her followers on her page are the reason why she acts the fool that she acts because they're always in her comments lying. And she takes that shit and run with it. They wrong. They only sit up there and gas you up, CC, to get you to act a damn fool and you do it. None of that stuff that you're saying out of your mouth, and a majority of the time you saying stuff out your mouth, you don't say allegedly. So when the shoe is on the other foot, and if Sharita do get some type of paperwork sent to her house, and she come back with her paperwork, who gonna be wrong? You came for her first. You had no business coming on here going after them because you did not like them going after Treese. Let me tell you something, CC. Treese is the only one that can press any type of charges on anybody for talking about her. And people need to understand that. You cannot go and say, "Oh, I'm coming. I was on here because I was defending somebody else." No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You cannot defend somebody else and take that to court. Sharita and Ross would have had to been doing something to you. And they was doing absolutely nothing to you. Nobody even knew who you was before you came out of the blue, acting a fool. Exactly, Miss Allie. I said that last time I talked about her. She had no views and nothing else. She went from 2 or 3 views overnight. The first live talking about Miss Ross, she had a lot of views. I can't remember the exact amount, but she had a lot of them. And ain't nobody, like I said, even in the court of law, ain't nobody gonna say, "Oh, y'all, we can't talk, we can't put her on the stand because she's too old." No, ma'am. Wait a minute. Yeah, Miss Sandra, I didn't know she was talking to her husband or who she was talking to. I seen it. Cease and little Bill there too old. Maybe needs to be in the Miss Diane, exactly. Read only. Read only. Respond back to it. Miss Chocolate, exactly. Exactly. They are laughing at her, Miss Murray. Nobody is telling her. They are over there gassing her up and they are setting her up for failure. Miss J Girl, exactly. She needs hello, Miss Janice. She needs some attention, but she's gonna get the wrong type of attention because, and like I said, in the same breath, she goes off, and then in the same breath, she said, "Y'all gonna mess with this old lady?" No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You old enough to be up here acting a fool? You old enough to be up here talking about people? You old enough to be up here acting and attacking people? Then be old enough to get what's coming back at you. You don't get any pass. You don't get a pass. I'm going to respect you and not call you out your name or anything like that. That's the respect I'm going to give you. And that's the only respect you're going to get from over here because I'm going to do commentary on you. Like you say, you do commentary on everybody else. And that's just where the line is going to be drawn at. I'm not going to sit up here and call you MFs and Bs like you do everybody else because that's not in my character to do that. But also, please don't push me. Hello, Miss Shirley. Miss Sandra, yeah, it makes you, oh God. Miss Marilyn, hello. She takes you there. Miss Carver can handle this BS, but calling her phone number, that's a bit much squares. Okay. I didn't call her number, so you don't need to be on here talking on my platform, Florida. Good night. I definitely blocked her. She's gone because I never called any number of hers. I could care less. And let's talk about the number. Okay, so what? Sharita told her she was calling her for a birthday. She called her for a birthday. But let's talk about that because that's exactly what she was talking about tonight. So give me a minute, Divas, and let me tell y'all about tonight. Okay. So she gets on there tonight, and I'm going to need her, first of all, I'm going to tell her this. Hello, Miss Sally. I'm going to need for her to apologize to Sharita and her children because all of a sudden tonight, it wasn't Sharita and her kids calling anymore. Some lady that she used to deal with, she thinks it's her. Some lady she used to deal with that sat in her house every day, and she just got rid of her October of last year, 2021, I believe. She says she got rid of her. Then she goes on to say, oh, she thinks that Sharita and the lady then hooked up. The lady then called Sharita and told her all her business. That's why Sharita was able to dox her and all this other stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, Sharita's not the one that put out her mother's information. I didn't see it, but y'all correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But Sharita wasn't the one that put that out. Didn't someone come in Sharita's chat and put her mom's business out there? But she said that the lady knew her husband's information. The lady knew her number, her husband's number. Yeah, Miss Lisa, I seen that. Okay, Gigi, her number, yeah, but her cell phone number and stuff, they started calling her cell phone. So, yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think Sharita put it out there. I didn't see that. I didn't hear that. I missed that. Because I'm like, I've never even seen her mother's info. So a lot of us did not see that. Okay, Miss Vicky. And it might have been the lady. It might have been the lady. But don't put that on Sharita. She has nothing to do with that. She's so dead on trying to get, because see what she's doing now is trying to cover her tracks. Because she done went down to that courthouse and put whatever she tried to get put on Sharita, and now it ain't even Sharita. She found out it's not Sharita, so she's still trying to put attach Sharita to that shit. Hello, Miss Leslie, welcome. She didn't push Sharita, still trying to attach Sharita to it because she knows she's wrong and she could get in a world of trouble for going down there, getting that documents or whatever type of documents she got. She could be in trouble for going down there wasting people's time. Because today it's her friend that used to be at her house. That's who giving out her number. And then let me tell y'all how ridiculous she is and her chat. Miss Sonia, it might be. Hello, Miss Annette. So she said, and listen how crazy it is. And these fools in her chat over there agreeing with her. She said somebody used her husband's number to call her phone for, off an app. First of all, if you have, thank you, Miss Annette. Welcome, darling. First of all, Miss J Girl, it is somebody. Hell, I thought tonight after she said her husband called her, the husband's number called her. It probably was her husband because he about sick of her shit too. He probably called her from the other room. He probably in there getting a kick out of it too, because you know he don't. They don't sleep in the same room. He was probably in there calling her to pick on her because she kept saying, "Ain't nobody called today." He called her because there's no way that anybody can use your number on an app like my number right here. Can't nobody use my number on the app. That means they would have to have hacked into my phone and have all my stuff. So she claims that somebody called her. Hello, so love, welcome, off her husband's number. And when she called the number back, it was an app. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Cece, stop it. I believe so, Miss Patrice. I'm telling you, y'all, I would not be surprised if that was not him calling her himself tonight, because there is no way that you can use somebody else's number and attach it to an app. And the fools in her comments were saying, "You're right. You ain't no way it can't be done." She's doing that to blame Rita for any damn thing. Riri, you can tell me how, because I don't know. I never thought that you could take somebody's number and put it in the app. Let me know. Thank you, Miss Leslie. I'm glad, darling, because we don't. Nobody. I mean, honestly, Riri, I get it if you're saying that can be done, but I'm trying to figure out. It has to be an inside job if that is possible, because who has her husband's cell phone number? Okay, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so who has her husband's cell phone number? Now that's the question. Loyalty level, you taught me something, honey, because I didn't know nothing about that. Okay. So they can just take your number and call anybody off your number. That is crazy. Fees, that's what I'm saying. Who has the husband's number? Okay, Sharita, see, yeah. I've never heard of anything like that. That is, I don't agree with that. Not if you can set somebody up like that and get somebody in a world of trouble using their number, calling somebody. No, I don't. Yeah, like I don't. Regardless, okay. But when you call it back, it calls the actual person, Riri. Okay, Riri, I get that. But she said when she called it back, it told her it was an app. Miss Sonia, yes, he's doing better. We're doing wonderful. Thank you for asking. But regardless of, yeah, I've never heard that. So exactly, it's an inside job. But okay, regardless of how it's getting done or what it is, she's blaming. She keeps trying to put Sharita back in the mix after she got on there tonight. She pretty much incriminated her own self. She got on there tonight and she said it was the lady that was in her house that she got rid of. Yeah, T Hall, she says she gave a few people on the internet her number, but we're still trying to figure out how did they get her husband's number. I honestly believe that her husband called in there to distract her to get her ass up over there because he's tired of her too. Look how she talks to him. Look how she talks to him. Either that or the other thing I could think of is nobody really did it and she was just trying to have something to come on there and talk about because you notice she can only get on live and talk about something when Sharita or Miss Ross go live, and she mainly waits for Miss Ross to go live. She be like, anybody came on here and seen Camp Sister Cantaloupe over there today? I ain't seen her go live, and she has nothing to talk about when Ross is not on live. Come on, Feast. I think so. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I know I had had enough. I had had enough. I mean, I don't understand for the life of me. She is determined to put Sharita in something. Yes, Miss Sharon, welcome. Welcome, right on time. Determined. And like I said, that's why I believe for all of y'all who coming over from Sharita's live, I said in the beginning and I'll say it again. She looks at Sharita and Ross as her sisters that she don't get along with, and that's why she does them the way she does them. This is the stuff she wants to do to her sisters, but she know better. So she come on here and she takes that shit out on Ross and Sharita. Okay, Riri. She's obsession is past it. I honestly believe that she looks at Miss Ross and Sharita as her sisters that she can't stand, and she takes it out on them. Period. That's what I'm going to call it. What as I see it. Yeah, anything for content. Like I said, she came back on the. She probably been on live. I don't know how many times today. I don't know how many times today. She talking about something. Send them on over. Here ain't nobody sending nobody over nowhere. You got all your followers you got from the people who don't like Ross or Sharita. Period. That's where you got your followers from. Like I said before, CC, you talk about somebody making money off of Treese, and you're making money off of Ross and Sharita. Period. Period. And like I said, hypocrite, you can't talk about nobody. Okay, Miss Zelda. Yeah, I believe tonight it was her husband. I wouldn't be surprised. The way she treat him, I'd do it too. Okay, Miss V. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Woman's birth the same. It could be. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like I said, somebody whoever has that number, whoever has her husband's number, is where it's if not him. I believe it was him. Takesha, I'm not for sure if he's scared of her because if you think about it, I think he doesn't put up with her. And when she gets to ranting and raving, he gets up and he leaves. She said he gets up and go to his mother's house. And if you notice, she's never ever said she goes down there with him to his mother's house because I don't believe anybody in his family or her family deal with her because she's so hateful and she's such a dang drunk. She said he gets up and go down his mother's house. I wonder why. And she probably doesn't like that either because he still has his mother to run to. It's a lot of things that could be the reason for her and her shenanigans. But ain't none of it's going to excuse anything of the sort that she's doing on here. I cannot excuse any of it. I don't care how old you are. Get Hey Boo out of here. Let's see. I don't even see. It'll come up again because I don't see that person. What are you? Wait a minute, I just want it. What you on? Really, you on one? Try again. What am I on? Go ask Cece what she on. Child bye. Oh, she said, she's Miss Michelle. She said his mother is 90 something. Um, but she says she gets around better than the both of them. I forgot exactly how old she said, but she's in her 90s, and she says she gets around. She lives by herself and everything. Yeah, a few of them gonna come, but that's okay. I don't really care. Brown sugar, darling, you took it right out my mouth. That was gonna be the next thing I was gonna say. She is a older version of Treese. Say it again. She acts just like her. After today, when I heard her saying how all these women came around her because they hated her, they was jealous of her, they wanted to see what Robert was getting her. The first thing I thought about was Treese. The first thing I thought about. It definitely wasn't none of us. I don't have the time. Oh, I don't even do anything like that. It's not even. I mean, what are you going to gain out of it? Come on, Miss Robin. Miss Leslie, I believe so because she doesn't go. She said that every time she get mad with him and she do something to him that he don't like, he gets up and leave her and go to his mother's house. So everybody she's just, and that just goes to show you that she is hateful and she's ornery and she's mean and she just, I don't know. No, if nobody wants to deal with you, honey, you're the problem. You are the problem. Hello, Miss Deborah. Miss Zelda, exactly. She said those people were all jealous of her. She sounded like an older Tree saying it, and I was like, "Oh my God, no wonder why she takes up for Tree the way she do. She just like her." Miss Michelle, say it again. Now, I want to go on here and I'm going to break it down because y'all know how I do my stuff. Well, have a wonderful night, darling. Let's just pray for those people who support that. Yes, ma'am, Miss Shanice. Have a wonderful night as well, darling. Yeah, help is needed. Miss Gina, exactly. Hello, Miss Shannon. So this is the live that I want to talk about. Y'all know I'm always a little late, but I went back and I did my research. And it was the live that she came on here begging and pleading with everybody to leave Shonda alone. Hello, Miss Shalonda. Welcome. Okay. The first thing she said is, we talk about Shonda being black and ugly with warts. Miss Kitty Love, I told him that in a video a while back. She came on there saying that she was so sick in her marriage. She was in a loveless marriage and this, that, and the other, and she wanted cash apps to go get her an apartment. Yes, ma'am. And then she tried to fix that up on one of her lives. I heard her say, "Hello, Miss Elise." I heard her say, "Oh, I was just saying that to get money." Oh, so you're telling on yourself. You doing that for money. This is what you came on here for. Miss Porcelain Doll, I wouldn't be surprised. Miss Chocolate, exactly. Hello, Miss Wanda. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome. So, okay, I have questions, y'all. I mean, the statements that she made, and I'm gonna piggyback off them. Okay, so the first one, we talk about Shonda being black and ugly with warts. Hmm. Well, we wouldn't have known anything about warts or anything else to talk about Shonda if somebody had not brought that to the platform. And no, it was not us. We have not seen Shonda in person ever to know what she has. Okay? So no, we don't know nothing about the warts. We didn't start the warts. So why the hell Are you coming over here telling us that we should stop talking about Shonda being black, ugly with warts? We're reaction channels, right? We're reacting. The same thing you said you're doing, CC, reacting. Okay? So my my hold on. My answer to that is you call Miss Ross ugly, got bad teeth, messed up feet, but you want us to stop talking about Shonda being black, ugly with warts. No, ma'am. You can't tell us what to do if you're in fact doing it your damn self, okay? You're the hypocrite. So I'm going to teach you today about the stuff you say and then the things you do. You can't come over here telling somebody else to stop doing something that you're doing the exact same thing. No, ma'am. You cannot come, CC, and tell us to stop doing something that you, in fact, are sitting there doing yourself. No, you're not doing it to Shonda, but you're doing it to Miss Ross. You're doing it to Sharita. You're doing it to her kids. You're doing it to Miss Ross' kids. You're doing it to any and everybody who's on this side that you think you can do it to. Sorry, Sharita. Now let's make that make sense, okay? We wouldn't know anything about these things to talk about. And no, I didn't talk about it because that's not what I do in my commentary. But it was brought to the platform and I heard people talking about it. And it was brought to the platform from the same people that set up underneath of Shonda, not the people that y'all think are against every damn body. We ain't the ones doing the shit. We're over here trying to keep y'all from the attacks that y'all sent over here, CC, when we have nothing to do with nothing. We're doing the same thing that your ass is doing, CC. We're reacting. Hypocrite. Let's go on to the next thing. So the next statement she made, God made Shonda that way. Well, guess what, CC? God made Miss Ross the same way. He made her the way she is. So are we supposed to think that who made Miss Ross? If God made Shonda, who made Miss Ross? Huh? I just want to know because I thought God made everybody. Again, CC, these are your words. Then she said, y'all need to stop because Shonda is on dialysis. Oh, wait a minute, CC. Oh, wait, CC. Are you not the same one that sit over there and said that you believe that Miss Ross is on dialysis? Oh, and you don't know it to be a fact or fiction, but in your mind, you really think that Miss Ross is on dialysis because she has a port in her chest, in your words, CC. So with that being said, because you believe that she's on dialysis, let's play with it for a minute. No, she's not on dialysis. Let me make that very clear. She is not. But in your opinion, she is. So if you're telling us to leave Shonda alone because she's on dialysis, well, why the hell are you messing with Miss Ross when you think she on dialysis too? Hypocrite. Don't do it, Cece. Don't do it. You coming on here trying to tell somebody what to do, and you're doing the exact same thing to somebody else. The next thing you say, Shonda could have an emotional breakdown. Shonda ain't having no emotional breakdown because first of all, Shonda started a lot of this stuff. Shonda was the first one to dox. Shonda was attacking everybody. She's not a saint in the situation, honey. But like I said, you said stop it. she could have an emotional breakdown. Well, guess what? Do you not think the things that you do to Miss Ross and talk about her children, especially her deceased son, that she can't have an emotional breakdown to behind all this mess? Because I would think she would have an emotional breakdown before somebody else would with all the things that she has had going on in the last year. Hypocrite CC. Thank you, True. Welcome. You can't pick and choose who on here is not strong enough for the attacks. Because these people are strong enough, including UCC, to come on here and do their attacking. You have to be strong enough to get attacked back. Okay? I hope you're listening, CC. Miss Kimberly, he probably been having to do that for years, running his mother. Hello, Miss Belinda. Welcome. Now, Shonda's kids may hear this. Oh, so Miss Ross' kids ain't heard, didn't hear it? You talk about those children's deceased brother. You have the audacity to sit there and say that God didn't prepare a place for him. He came and snatched him up and threw him to the side like yesterday's trash. How dare you, CC? But yet you want us to have sympathy for God preparing a place for your mother. The way you acting on here, he might not be preparing a place for you or your mother. You better be worried about if he gonna prepare a place for you when your time comes, CC. You talked about how you can't believe that God is doing anything for you, your mother, or anybody else. If you think that he came here and threw Miss Ross' son away like yesterday's trash and didn't prepare a place for him, because everybody got an expiration date. He prepared a place for everybody. But you better pray to God that he gonna prepare a place for you, CC, or your husband, CC, or your children, CC. How dare you talk about her son like that? And you expect somebody to have sympathy for you because you older. No, ma'am, CC. No, ma'am. Hello, Miss Tanya. Welcome. Let your mama rest. Let my mama rest. You better let Miss Ross' son rest, CC. That's what you better do. You better let her son rest. He's the one that's resting right now. Your mama's not resting. When she goes to her final resting place is when she'll rest. And you said she's waiting for him to prepare her place. And that's understandable because we all got a place prepared for us when our time comes, CC. But what you ain't going to do is continue to think that it's okay to speak on somebody's deceased family member because yours ain't. And then expect to cry and hoop and holler when somebody speaks on your mother. All we did was tell you to get your ass up out that damn chair, CC. Get that bottle up out your hand. Take your ass in that car and go see your mother. If you can't go see her because of your sisters, then you better go make it right with them. Because if you honestly think that God is the author of confusion in this mess, you is dead wrong, CC. When God comes and ready for you, he gonna be ready for whoever he comes to get. He don't pick and choose when he come and get you where he put you. You're resting. You're resting, CC. She's not gone anywhere yet. She's patiently waiting for her turn. But guess what? Miss Ross' son, may he rest in peace. He's resting in peace, CC. Now, it's not our fault or whatever situation you got going on over there with your family that you don't get to have the interactions that Miss Ross has with hers or Sharita has with hers. The way that you pick on them, acting like they have never done anything right by anybody or anything. You're full of it. Again, when they see RIP in front of Mac Myron's name, it's because he's resting in peace. Miss Ross put her son in that ground and she put him there well. And he's resting in peace. You over there talk about something you don't know where God threw him at. He ain't throw him nowhere. You better hope he don't throw your ass nowhere, CC. Because how dare you? How dare you? Nobody's speaking on your mother. But when somebody tell you to get up off your ass and put that drink down, please believe that somebody's trying to look out for you because we see you unraveling day after day in front of this screen of this computer that you sit in front of. Your mother is not resting in peace. Okay? Yes, ma'am, Nikki, she said that. Your mother is in the home being taken care of until it's her time. Okay? So no, we're not going to say let her rest, but we're definitely going to say rest in peace, Mac Myron, because we all seen where he's at. It was like I said, it was his time to go. And you're not going to continue to come on here every day and think that you're going to tear down Miss Ross any more than you have already tore her down over her child, and then going to tell us to sit here and let your mother rest. Ain't nobody talking about your mother. It's whatever you have in your heart and whatever is going on with you as to why you feel like every time somebody tells you to get up off your ass and put that bottle down and go spend some time with your mother, you come on here crying like a 2-year-old child as if your mother is not accessible for you to go and visit. I don't think anything is wrong with you where you cannot get up and go see your mother. So do not, again, speak on anybody else's children who are deceased if you don't want someone to speak back on you. It doesn't make any type of sense how y'all attack that lady who had lost her son. That's all y'all know to say about her is about her child because y'all don't have nothing else to say about her because you ain't got nothing else on her. She come on here and she came on here minding her business and you should have came on here minding yours. She didn't come on here talking about no damn CC. She came on here talking about Treese. You thought it was okay for you to come your ass on here and start talking about her because you didn't like the way she talked about Treese. That's her business and that wasn't yours. It wasn't any of your business. So again, leave Miss Raw's son to rest, CC, and you go over there and you make it right with your family so you can go and be with your mother. Now, sorry, y'all, I had to get off of it for a minute, but let's bring it back. She said her her name is not black and ugly, it's Shonda. Let me say that again. She said her name is not black and ugly, her name is Shonda. Well, guess what, Cece? Miss Ross' name is not Sister Cantaloupe. It's Miss Ross. So it's not okay to call Shonda black and ugly. Which no, I'm not condoning that. I don't call her black and ugly. But in your words, it's not okay to call Shonda out her name. But you, the same person sitting over here calling Miss Ross Sister Cantaloupe. Is her name Sister Cantaloupe, Cece? No, ma'am, it's not. It's definitely not. Then she goes on to say that we don't know Shonda. Well, guess what? You don't know Miss Ross. Thank you, Miss Patrice. Love you guys back. Thank you, my divas. Then you go on to say that we're all jumping on a bandwagon to talk about Shonda. Hmm. I didn't jump on a bandwagon to talk about Shonda. But guess what? You jumped on the bandwagon to talk about Miss Ross. Oh yeah, Sharita, wait a minute, it's coming. Thank you, Miss Ali. The same way you started with Miss Ross is the same way that Shonda started with her. So it's no difference. Everybody came on here talking about somebody that they had no business talking about. Thank you, Miss Donna. Nobody. Yes, Feast, it is. It always is on all of our lives. Yes, ma'am. This is what you call a true sisterhood over here. I'm sorry, SK. I had to tell her because it needs to stop. I mean, I'm sure Miss Ross be like, talk about anybody else, anything else, but they just continue. Exactly, Riri. I don't know what she expects. Then she over there talking about y'all got her crying because y'all are bullying her. Are you not a bully, Cece? Because that's you're doing the same thing. Then to put the icing on the cake, she says she's praying that it stop. Cece, did you pray that you stop? Then she claims she has a heart. Oh my goodness, SK, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh man, I know that has to be rough. Mm. God's got you though, honey. Trust. Your brother is definitely watching over you. I mean, she claims she got a heart, but I don't see a heart because where's the heart for your family? CC, where's the heart for your family? You don't get along with nobody, not even your own husband. SKC, yes, yes. It's sad that you have to say it that way, but I honestly feel where you're coming from. And that's why I say I can only imagine what she's going through every time they keep attacking her with her son. Yes, Miss Rose. Yes, yes. Look at the love for Miss SK. Yes, yes, divas. Miss Stephanie, say it again. Yes, Miss Carol. Yep. It doesn't. It really doesn't make any sense. I cannot for the life of me wrap my finger around it. Why? Why? And then, like I said, she just piggybacks off of whatever them people in them in her comments say, and them people in their comments clearly. And I ain't gonna use the word hate because I don't understand. You cannot. Thank you, Miss Jacqueline. Love you too, darling. You cannot hate somebody that you don't know. These people have a strong hate for someone, and you can't speak God and hate in the same sentence. There's no way you can love God and hate somebody. I do apologize, SK. I know it's hard to when memories come back. Yeah, Miss Tanya. Yes, Miss Dorothy. Sorry for your loss as well. Yeah, you can't stoop that low. You just can't. But see, this is why. Yes, look at the love. Oh my divas. Yes. See, this is why they dislike us so much over here because this is a sisterhood formed from like-minded women that really don't know each other, but will go to war for each other because we all have the same heart over here. And you can feel the love and the genuineness from it. Each and every last one of you ladies that is on here tonight. Oh, thank you, Miss Jacqueline. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate any love that y'all shower me with, any blessings, any of that. But I don't come on here for it, but I definitely appreciate it. I come on here just to be able to talk to you all. I will never ask for compensation for telling the truth. Yes, Miss Aisha, yes. Miss T, exactly. They egg her on. And um she just runs with it. She definitely runs with it. And it's so sad. It's so sad because a lot of it be so dead wrong. Like, okay, let me try to lighten the mood a little bit. What else did I hear her saying? Because I'm sorry I had to bring that up, but that's just the main thing that they keep doing, and it needed to be said because it's ridiculous. Oh my goodness, Miss SK. I know, yeah. Praying for your son as well because I know that's got to be hard for him as well. My God. Yes, Miss Judy. Miss Ali, they're definitely laughing at her. They like for her to come on there and act a fool. Very much so heartless, Miss Michelle. Wait a minute. Where's she at? Let me find her because we not even for the foolishness. See how the devil be busy? See, and I don't know if you're saying that to be like, okay, it's sad, talk about something else, or you're being sarcastic. So I'm going to put you in a timeout for a moment. Yes, Miss Karen, we're going to pray for everyone who has lost a family member um, at some point in time. And like I said, God has got you. And the family member who is no longer here is an angel who is watching over each and every one of you all. Just know that you'll always be watched over and protected. Yes, I'm sure, SK, but it doesn't get easier, but it doesn't get better, but it gets a little easier over time. Um, that's exactly right. Yes, Miss Jackie. I mean, it can't be anything else. I can't for the life of me wrap my head around what it is because there's no way possible that you can hate somebody. And if you do, I don't know where that comes from. I don't have a hate bone in my body. I don't hate anybody. I don't even dislike people. I like dislike people. I dislike people's ways. But saying hate is such a strong word, and you cannot say God in one breath and hate in another because you can't hate somebody that you don't know, and you shouldn't hate anybody. Period. Miss Ari, say it again. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Miss Jacqueline. I mean, it just goes. It, first of all, it's the dislike for each other as sisters in Christ. You know what I'm saying? As just us. Period. Women. We are the most hateful group of people. It's always a competition with women about any and everything. And if honestly, if anybody know their Bible, they know that that is a sin to want anything that someone else has. You're not supposed to want anything somebody else has. When it's your time, you'll have it. And if it's meant for you, you'll get it. Hello, Miss Elfie, welcome. If it ain't for you, you won't get it. God knows who gets what and when it's their time to get it and if they need it. You are not supposed to want or lust or anything after anything and anybody else. Miss Carolyn, her mouth, I have never heard someone cuss. Oh, thank you, Miss Babette. I appreciate it. I didn't see it come to the top of my phone, but when I get off, anybody who has sent anything, I'm not acknowledging it. I don't see it when I'm on, but when I get off, if you sent me a love offering, I will send the heart so I know that you'll know that I received it. I appreciate anyone who has sent anything. You know I mean it, ladies. Definitely. Appreciate you all. Yeah, it's Miss Shonda, I believe it's harder on the children because they don't understand. It's got to be harder on the children. I can totally understand that. Miss Bridget, yes, he gives us blessings. Everything is not meant for us, but when we are in line to receive our blessing, he makes sure we receive it. But a lot of people do miss out on their blessings from their behavior and things that is just not right. Yes, ma'am. Miss Ali, say it again. It is definitely a commandment that you should not covet any of your neighbors anything, nor lust after anything. Hello, Miss Wendy, welcome. So I mean, when they always saying, "Oh, they so jealous," and I be like, yes, Miss SK, yes, ma'am, yes. And like I said, it's not gonna happen overnight, but with time, it'll get a little easier. Yes, yes. Just keep the love, keep him loved up and loved on. He would definitely understand in due time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Miss Sharon. Yeah, I just yes, yes, Miss Kitty. That I don't understand. It's no way. I'm not jealous of a near soul. I don't want nothing nobody else has because it's not for me. If it was for me, I'd have it. I am rich with the things that I do have. I thank God every day for allowing me to have a roof over my head and food and clothes. That's the things that we should be thankful for. A lot of people aren't even thankful for that. Yes, people struggle. I think we've all struggled at some point in time, but it's what comes out of the struggle, what comes after the struggle that makes you the person that you are today. It ain't easy. Life is just not easy, but you make it what it is. But for me to be like, oh, she got a such and such and I don't have one, maybe I don't want it. It doesn't make me jealous because I don't want something that someone else has. Everybody has their own taste and their own preference and their own lifestyle and their own livelihood. Everybody ain't the same. Miss Veronica, you're probably right. You're probably right. I don't want anything that someone else has because clearly it ain't for me. And I might not even like it or want it. But for people to sit in here and compare what people have with the next person, it sounds real childish and very immature. Very childish and immature. Thank you, Miss Michelle. Very, very, very. Miss Kitty, I sure we know Sharita don't live in a barn, but even if she lived in a barn, I'm trying to figure out if she lived in a barn, where would she have the electricity and the water and the couches and the beds? Like it don't even make sense. They just say stuff just to hear their fucking self talk. It makes no sense that Sharita would be living in a barn. Please make it make sense. Say it again, Miss Lord. You can't take it with you. Miss D, I believe that your cash app is wrong. No, that's it. Dollar sign real deal with D. I believe it is, isn't it? Miss Tamika, whatever you put up there, type it. Let me see. I think that's it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It says real okay, I see it real D with D. Yes, uh-huh. Yeah, it's wrong. Just if someone could type it over, it's real deal with D. Dollar sign real deal with D. Thank you for noticing that. Miss Jacqueline, you posted it up there, but you put real D with D instead of putting real deal. Yeah. Like, I mean, come on. There's no way. Thank you, Miss Bertha. There it is for whoever was looking for it. You don't have to put the spaces in between it, but it's dollar sign real deal with D. Thank you, ladies. But yeah, it's no way possible she can live in a barn. So, like I said, people just say things. Thank you. People just say things just to have something to say, and the people take and run with it. They have started a whole conversation every day, and all these issues that people. Okay, let's talk about it. They say Sharita lives in a barn. Barn. They say I'm so sick of hearing about the shower curtain. Lord, 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 Lord. They are over there making a fool out of themselves again. Okay. They talk about the shower curtain that Lele don't have in her bathroom. But if I'm not mistaken, when they did the walkthrough, Lele has a separate walk-in shower from her tub. So if you have a separate walk-in shower from your tub, why the hell would you put a shower curtain over top the tub? The tub that doesn't have a shower in it, because again, the shower is beside it in its own separate space, a walk-in shower. Thank you so much, Miss Takesha. Y'all, at this point, y'all are just saying any damn thing to spin the narrative to make these people on over here be something that they're not. Sharita don't live in a damn barn. Shut the hell up and stop saying it. It don't make sense. Sharita's mouth is not crooked. Shut up. It don't make sense. The shower curtain in that bathroom, if that's the one that's beside the walk-in shower, don't need a shower curtain. Shut up. Miss Ross' car, that's the one she wanted. Shut up. It's a 2022. What year is yours sitting outside, CC? Cut it out. Coco Love, they over there every day talk about Lele being in the bathroom with no shower curtain. She says she's six figures. Her bathroom ought to be hooked up. You don't know what the hell her bathroom look like, because the only thing you can see is her sitting in front of the sink and the tub behind her. How do you see the rest of the bathroom to even know if the bathroom is fixed up? I don't understand where y'all get this shit from. Every time I've seen um exactly Sharita, every time I've seen Lele on live in her bathroom, the one of many in her home, she's sitting in front of the sink, the mirror, and the only thing you can see behind her is the tub. Okay? So how do y'all know what the rest of the bathroom look like if it's not fixed up or not? You ain't gonna see nothing at the tub because that tub doesn't have a shower. There's a walk-in shower beside it. Mind your business. It don't make sense to me. Y'all talked about them living in a shoebox. Let y'all tell it. Now they done moved to the house and you got something to say about that. Can't nobody satisfy y'all for nothing. But guess what? Damn it, ain't nobody trying to satisfy y'all. Don't nobody on here do nothing for the next person. Miss Bridget, right? You wouldn't put a damn shower curtain over the tub that don't have a shower in it if you have a stand-up shower. Just saying anything. I just don't understand. But this is the same damn thing that you say. Hello, Miss Brenda. Welcome, darling. This is the same thing that you repeat every day, over and over and over again about this person. Y'all pick this one thing and y'all stick on it. Sharita in the barn. Sharita with a crooked mouth. Lele with a lazy eye. Lele ain't got no shower curtain. Miss Ross got that car, and I thought she was with her money. She was gonna get a BMW, a Mercedes. She didn't have to. Maybe she didn't want no goddamn Mercedes. Please, it doesn't make any sense. She got a 2022. So it don't matter what she got, it's what she wanted. I'm still trying to figure out where's all these things that y'all talk about, these people. I'm yet to see any of this stuff that y'all talk about. Any of it. Again, like I said, I don't think Sharita lives in a barn with a whole gazebo out there, a whole nice, beautiful porch sitting off this. So I guess she put a porch on the barn. Like, come on, people. Sharita making faces. I done seen Sharita in a many of videos that y'all must forgot that y'all hadn't seen her. And she ain't never seen her mouth crooked and twisted to the side. I don't see a lazy eye on Lele. One of her eyelashes be down a little lower, but that's probably her eyelids. Her lash be a little lower, but ain't her eye ain't lazy. She done been on live without eyelashes before, and I ain't seen it. Miss Kitty, exactly. Miss Ross, all she do is sit on that couch. How the hell do y'all know that? Y'all don't see her all day. Cece, Cece, you're on this live in front of that computer more in a day than Miss Ross is in a whole week. And you talk about every time she come on there, she's sitting on the damn couch. Her camera's off. You don't know what she's sitting on. You don't know where she's at. Oh, Miss Bad Bad, thank you, darling. Y'all just saying anything. Miss Ross is sitting wherever the hell she want to sit. Most of the time, she's saying she laying across her bed. She's in the car a lot of times, but yet all y'all can say is she's sitting on that couch. CC, are you not always sitting in that damn chair reared back, about to fall out of it? Are you not always sitting in the chair? Because I don't think anybody, because right now I'm sitting on my couch. I don't think, CC, that we've ever seen you anywhere else besides in the chair your damn self. Miss Ross ain't always sitting down. But when you're on live, are we standing up in the floor going live? No, we're sitting down. Miss Visha, come on now. On the couch where you're supposed to sit. What is the couch for? Cece, take your ass in there and sit on your couch and let us see. Because not that I haven't came on camera because I choose not to. But for the ones who choose to come on camera, they go where they want to go and sit where they want to sit. They are allowing you to see what they're doing. But for you to spin the narrative and to make up shit that doesn't even make any sense when we're all watching the same thing that you're watching, we know that she's not always sitting on a fucking couch. I have seen her in the car. I have seen her at the pool. I have seen her on vacation. I have seen her in her room. I have seen her out in the stores. Please. So I guess she took the couch with her everywhere she went and sat on it when she went live. Miss Robin said again, everybody's sitting somewhere when they're going live. Then y'all spinning there that the Miss Ross, I ain't gonna say they, Cece's ass spinning the narrative that Miss Ross don't work. She had told us when she's off and when she's not. Okay? She told us that she's on leave. I don't believe she worked. That ain't your business. Whether she do or not, you ain't paying none of her bills, so it don't matter whether she come on here saying she work or she don't. Okay? Then y'all got this nerve, this audacity, CC, to spin this narrative that oh she adopted John and he's getting a check for him. Miss Ross has told that story that John is her godson, has been in her life since he was a baby and she's been taking care of him. Where you been? Clearly you wasn't following. So you just want to sit up here and spin this narrative. Then you sit up there and talk about some they all getting food stamps. How the hell would you know that? Hello, VC, welcome. You don't know what they get in there. But you tonight, so we supposed to insinuate that you're getting food stamps too, CC? Because tonight that you said that somebody was calling you from the Department of Social Services. Were they calling you for a renewal? Is your 6 months up? Is it time to renew your stamps? I mean, come on. We can go there with you, but you don't want us to do that. Yeah, Miss Tamika saying John is Day-Day's boyfriend. Cut it out. How many times have Day-Day even told her own story that she is still a virgin? And I commend her for that at her age. Because it ain't a lot of people who can say that. Are y'all mad at her because your daughters was out there and hers wasn't? I mean, what are y'all mad at her for? Thank you, Miss Tremaine. Welcome, darling. You can always go back and catch the replay. We ain't been on too long. Like, y'all need to really stop. Where do y'all think Miss Ross was getting her money from before she came to this platform? Because she's only been on here a little over a year. So how do you think she's been paying her bills when she says she's been living in that same house for years? Where do y'all think her money was coming from if she doesn't have a job, CC? Her daughter hasn't always been a lawyer. Where was the money coming from, CC? Hello, Life of Miss Patricia. Welcome. I mean, we have to honestly stop. I know us on this side. I'm not speaking on us divas, but these people have really got to stop and think about the things that are being drilled into their head. That's why I only come on here and I only tell y'all what I know to be facts. I always go and do my research first because I don't want to be the one out here putting no bad juju on nobody, no bad vibes, no lies. I don't do that. I go back and I make sure that these people, I hear what these people say out of their own mouth before I come and talk about it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, Miss Bertha. How you get a brand new car without a job, CC? She talking about some Miss Ross took y'all money out the sister circle and bought the car. Well, what the hell kind of pay stubs did she have? Yes, Miss Robin. Let's be for real here. Well, hell, Miss Ross doing good. Is she on Section 8? And they getting food stamps, and she got a brand new 2022. And Day Day about to go to college, and her daughter's a damn lawyer, and John has a job, and her other son moved out on his own and got a place. Oh my God, they are doing well for somebody on Section 8. Yes, Miss Carol, one day at a time, darling. Oh man, that was recent. Oh man, sorry to hear that, but definitely one day at a time, Miss Carol. I'll keep you in my prayers, darling. Yes, Miss Brenda. Miss Sharita, you don't gotta tell them because they sit and watch her just like we do. They just want to have something to make y'all look bad, and people take and run with it. Yes, Miss Tamika. Miss Jackie, that's what I'm saying. There's no way she sit and watch. She studies Miss Ross so she can have something to come and talk about. So there's no way that she doesn't hear any of this stuff Miss Ross is saying. That's how you know that they are. That is considered to be a liar. You are putting bad vibes out on that lady. You are telling lies on that lady. You are making her out to be something that she's not, and it is fucked up. Period. On top of everything that lady's been through, all because y'all want to spin the narrative that y'all came here because y'all didn't like her talking about Treese. But guess what? None of y'all know Treese. So why do y'all take up for Treese so bad? It ain't that y'all taking up for Treese. Y'all knew that if y'all jumped on the other side, that y'all would make money off of her. Everybody's using everybody if somebody's using anybody. Okay? Y'all claim Miss Ross is using Treese for clout. Then y'all are using Miss Ross for clout. Y'all say Lele using Treese for clout. Then y'all using Lele for clout. Y'all saying Sharita used Treese for clout. Well, then y'all are using Sharita for clout. For clout. Period. It's no exception. If you're gonna make it make sense, then make it make sense. Don't come lying on somebody. You can't sit up here talking about I'm a reaction channel and I'm reacting. You reacting to what? Because none of the stuff that y'all are reacting to is any truth in it whatsoever. There's no truth in anything that y'all are saying about these people. So you can't be reacting. You're just plain out being hateful as grown ass women. It's called hateful. And I ain't gonna say it again. That's just what it is. It's hateful. Hey, Miss Ross, darling, how are you? Y'all just you can't come saying again, Cece. Stop with the I'm coming here to do my commentary. No, you're coming here to lie because you sit and you watch Miss Ross like all of us do, and you come and you say nothing about what she said. Her truth was you spent it around, spent the narrative, and painted your own picture, and you came on here with your hateful self, saying, spewing all these lies and false allegations against that woman and her children, and you're wrong for it. But then you want to keep sitting up here talking about some. Don't talk about my mama. Let my mama rest. Well, you better let Miss Ross and her family rest. Because I just for the life of me cannot understand how y'all can hate that woman and don't even know her. Miss Shayna, say it again. Like I said, they're not here for treats either, and ain't none of them gonna honestly, in my mind, make me believe that they are here in any kind of way for treats. They figured if they jumped on the bandwagon over there, it would benefit them more because Treats and her fake followers and Treese was sending out money in the chats. They thought that's what was going to benefit them. They definitely cannot make me believe that they came here for the simple fact to defend some shit like that. No way. Ain't nobody in their right mind going to defend that foolishness. Come on, Coco. Say it, honey. They definitely are not here for the right reasons. Miss Ross, when she didn't come here with a motive. She came here and did just what she said she was gonna do. She was gonna talk about Treese. And not really talk about her. I ain't gonna use that word. She was here to try to give her some advice that of course she wasn't willing to take. And that's her problem. She chose to do that. I came here with my commentary to talk about. I started out talking about the grannies of YouTube, and then I went on to Trees. But I've stuck to my guns, and I've only done that. I ain't jumped and straddled no fence and jumped across no puddles and went through hoops and came back again. No, ma'am, because I stood in my truth of what I came here for. Sharita, she came here. She didn't come here to talk about Trees. She was forced here because Trees talked about her and her children. Let's get that together. So whatever purpose we're here for, at least we're standing in our purpose over here. Thief came on and started commentary about Treese because she actually has met Treese and she's seen a whole different side of her. But I think at one point in time, all of us at some point in time was supporting Treese until she turned into the monster. She was already a monster, but it just got worse over the years. Definitely got worse. So we all tried to offer her some sisterly advice that she didn't want to accept because you can't tell her nothing. This was the only way for her to hear what we tried to tell her because many of us then went in that inbox trying to get her together and help her. And she didn't want to listen. She do us just like she did anybody else. We ain't no different from the next one, okay? So this is what it is. But like I said, Treese is a content creator. And normally people do commentary on content creators and celebrities. Okay, you don't go DMZ coming on here reporting what the shade room talking about. They're not talking about each other. They're reporting the news. They each report the same thing in different ways, but they're reporting it. But they're not reporting on each other. I've never seen a reaction channel report on a reaction channel. That don't make sense to me whatsoever. And until these people came out of nowhere that Treese bought here or Treese hired or the word got out that let's jump on the Treese bandwagon, this has been unheard of before. Nobody, no reaction channel has ever reacted to another reaction channel because you're either talking about the same thing or you're talking about something different. You ain't talking about each other. You don't see any of us over here, CC, on this side talking about each other. We're still all on the same page that we came here on. The same page. We all came here with one agenda and we're doing our agenda. Y'all over there are talking about us. Where's the celebrity you can talk about? Where's the content creator you can talk about? Reaction channels do not react to reaction channels, period, point blank. I don't care what nobody say. Yes, force and doll, exactly. Like I don't get it. I never understood. Okay, let's talk about that. Every last one of them, like I said, okay, all of us on this side, we came here with a purpose. We stuck to our purpose. Let's talk about them on the other side. Out of, let's say, I don't know how many it is over there. That's enough of them. Let's say out of 20 of them, 18 of them started out talking about Treese in the beginning and switched over. That's how you know that they are hypocrites themselves, and I wouldn't trust any of them because all of them came here talking about Treese. And then they switched over when it wasn't going right for them. Okay? Yeah, they own something. They all, like I said, those are the type of people that I wouldn't even sit up and listen to. You cannot trust any of those. That's why I say this foundation over here on this side is solid as a rock. because all of us came here by ourselves. None of us was recruited. We just all came together in some kind of way because we were all like-minded people talking about and discussing the same exact thing. We came together and we done built a little alliance over here. But we was not ever brought here for any monetary gain or anything like that. But we never switched sides either. We all have continued to stay on the same course. Me, Miss Ross, Sharita, Feast, you gonna learn today, and all the rest of them. Make it make sense. Period. So there's nothing they can say to me. That's why when I do my commentary and they try to come and throw slick shots at me, I don't even respond because they ain't worth my energy. I know y'all notice I don't respond to them. The unbrewed tea over there tried to come back when I tried to help her that time. She got on her platform and she called me everything but a child of God, and I paid her no mind. I didn't even respond to her because I had said what I said and I was done. Miss Bertha, say that again. That's why I always take them down a trip down memory lane because they ain't even been following her long enough to defend her. Thank you, Miss Sharon. They have not been following her. How you going to defend somebody you ain't been following but a month or two? I said something one night in my commentary about Shonda. She tagged me in posts. She wrote this long post tagging me. I didn't even respond to her because it was just it. I I'm not internet thugging. I'm not beefing with nobody on the damn internet. Ain't gonna do it. But like I said, I understand where Miss Ross and Sharita come from because the shit that they're having to endure from these people is beyond excusable. Ain't no you can't excuse that. Sorry. Miss Shannon, yeah. Now that unbrewed tea over there. I could not believe when I heard Nikki, our girl Nikki Reacts, when she put that video out about all that them videos that girl did about Treese before she switched sides. My mouth was hanging open. And look at her now. Yes, ma'am, Miss Sharon. And it's sad. I'm glad that she is strong. I don't know if she's actually strong that way or she had to be forced to be strong. Because you never know how strong you are until somebody push you in the corner and you have to come out swinging. Come on, Miss Bertha. Yes, ma'am. And I'm over it. Yeah, unbrewed. Because if that tea ain't brewed, ain't nothing factual coming from that tea. It's unbrewed. I've been calling it unbrewed since day one. It doesn't make any sense how they sit up there and they spin that narrative every day with them lies. A lot of them I can't even do commentary on because I honestly don't even I can't watch them. I cannot watch them. I hadn't been watching CC like that. That's why I said y'all know it takes me a couple days after y'all be on there saying it. I have to go back and watch so I can come and talk about it because I can't watch this ignorance. Yeah, and she has it out for she has it out so bad for Lele, as if Lele did something to her. I've never seen somebody hate a woman so bad. They hate Lele like they hate Miss Ross. I don't understand it. Miss Zelda, exactly. Yes, ma'am. If you stand for anything, if you stand for nothing, you gonna fall for anything. You gotta stand for something. You have to stand for something. And I'm always gonna stand for right. And I don't care if anybody was following me or not. Not saying y'all, I'm talking about when I first started, because I have so much love for you divas, you just don't understand. We all stand for the same thing over here, but I refuse to fall for something that I ain't said. No, can't do it. Come on, Danny, with the deets. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Coco Love. I don't watch her either. I just when I'm scrolling down the news feed, I'll stop for a minute just to see if anything has changed. Nothing, and I keep it moving. All that hooping and hollering and cussing and whatever the hell is going on over there, I just can't. It's the same thing every day. I every time I scroll by for the last what, maybe couple weeks, I just keep hearing about the shower curtain. And I'm like, you can't be serious that you're still talking about a fucking shower curtain that don't need to be there. And then the nerve of these people to go live 5 and 6, 7, 8 times a day. I mean, I wish I could come on here with y'all more, maybe once or twice a week, but not no 5 and 6 times a day. Like, what are you doing productive in your day that you're sitting online just talking about somebody all day long, day in and day out? First thing on your mind when you get up in the morning, and the last thing on your mind before you lay down at night. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yeah, they can't have nothing doing nothing productive. I have a million one things to do in my day. No way. Exactly. Oh, Miss Mira, is it that long? See, I didn't even know it was that long when they come on. My God. My God. I just don't understand how, like I said, you can't hate somebody you don't know. And if you're just doing that for money, oh, Peachtree, it's okay. Better late than never, darling. And you can always catch the replay. Miss Carol, clearly not. Like I said, that's why it takes me divas a couple of days to get my stuff together and come on here to talk to y'all, because I don't sit all day and just and catch and watch everybody. Miss Glennis, I'm doing well. How are you, darling? Oh my God, ridiculous. Rita say what I need to hear, and every one of us needs to do that. It will slow all of this mess up. Rita, Miss Zelda talking to you, darling. That's crazy, Miss Leslie. Okay, hold on. I can't. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. Where's Rita Boo at? She's still in here? I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. I'm gonna read a couple more questions in the live, y'all, and then we're gonna call it a night because I think Sharita wanted to go on for a minute, and I know it's still it's an hour earlier there for her. Good evening, Miss Renee. How are you doing, darling? Miss Riri, say it again. Miss Bertha, wow. Miss Jacqueline, I can't actually see. Hold on. I see yes, I see one. It says the sorry for the yeah, uh-huh. I got that, Miss Jacqueline. Thank you so much, Miss Jacqueline. And thank you to any of the other divas that sent me a blessing, a love offering tonight. I appreciate you all, and I will heart it when I get off. Okay, Miss Sharita, because you know how we do. I didn't want to hold it up. Because I know it's 11:23 at your house. I'm 12:23 here, so I know you still sometime give us a little nightcap, because I definitely be in there for that night on the nightcap. That's wonderful, Miss Renee. Miss Aishana, exactly, exactly. Miss Mira, see, that's exactly. I don't know if she knows the ins and outs of it or not, but I'm sure she's not getting her full potential on here because of that. I can guarantee that. Miss Tracy, say it again. Come on, exactly. I'm about to. This side never wavered, never. This side, Miss Tracy said, this side never wavered, never. We still as strong as day one. That's because real women do real things and stand on what we believe in. Amen. My husband got jokes. He in here after I read that he in here talking about black power. It's time for him to go to bed. Oh, you're absolutely welcome, Miss Trinity. Thank you for listening. Sharita, no problem, darling. Yes, Miss Riri. Yes, ma'am. Miss Jacqueline, please stop apologizing, darling. You are absolutely fine. It is not a problem. Mistakes are made. It is absolutely fine. You found it. You corrected it. Somebody found it. We corrected it. You sent me a blessing. It is no need to apologize. Thank you, darling. You're the first one that thought of me to put that up there, and I appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Michelle. All right, well, divas, we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Maybe Sharita will let us jump on that train for a few minutes before we all call it a night. Miss Renee, she was just talking to her grandmother. I think it was yesterday or the day before. But the funny thing about that is, and we'll get into that. I'll try to get some commentary going on her. I honestly, divas, haven't even watched her at all in the last couple of days. I don't know what's going on over there. But I caught that one, and her grandmother was actually calling her because her uncle, her grandmother's son, finally came home from jail, and she called her because I guess Tree's grandmother told her uncle that Treese would buy him a bike. So he called and asked Treese for a bike. So we'll see the outcome of that. Good night, Miss Shannon. Thank you so much, Miss Janice. Okay, Miss Renee, yeah. But I'll catch up. I'll do some catching up, divas, and I'll be back in a couple of days once I get everything caught up to bring y'all some more. But again, I thank you each and every one of you divas for pulling up on me tonight. I always appreciate the love and support. I want you all to have a wonderful night and a good day tomorrow. And I will see y'all back here at our spot very soon. Good night, divas. I never wait till the time.